Good morning, everybody. I'm hoping you're having a great early Thursday morning on this last, kind of technically the last week. No, next week's last week of March. We're almost in April. And what is going to be leading us into April? It's going to be Games Workshop with their preview from Adepticon. So we have a nice glimpse into the future of Games Workshop's upcoming properties or products. Now we know that right around the corner is what is starting to sound like an amazing Tyranid army. That codex is not too far away, and it's sounding all the little rules updates they've been doing sounds really, really awesome. Now, you might be going, John, I thought you were done with Games Workshop. Not me on a personal level. I am currently done buying Games Workshop. Absolutely. I have invested decades, literally, and tens of thousands of dollars into it. I'm taking a very long break, but that doesn't mean we're going to talk about it. And you might be going, John, you're very critical of them as well. You're right, I am. But that's because I'm reporting on the news, not because I have a personal grudge against Games Workshop. I'm just critical of their behavior and doing a news and opinion and a reveal types YouTube channel. I am going to, of course, going to break things down. I'm not going to be a banner waving sycophant. I'm going to be critical when I need to be critical and praiseworthy when I need to be praiseworthy. And we are going to do some praising today and a slight bit of criticism. Maybe. We'll see. We're going to walk through this together. Let's take a look at the first thing that they showed us was the new Necromunda box called Ash Waste. My guess is, based on this box size and previous box sizes, it's going to be about $290, especially since it looks to be, and I'm just guessing here, but it looks to be about the same size as the previous box, which was, I believe, $290. It came with the Plastic Zone Mortalis set. So don't be surprised when that price tag comes through. All right, let's take a look at it. Kind of cool. I know we're just kind of have a sky view, but right now it looks cool, but it also looks very meh. That matte is always worrying because it's either cardstock or, in this case, it looks, I'm going to be totally honest here, it looks like it is a very thick, high quality paper, and it's a printed map and everything, but it's probably something you're going to fold out, which is going to suck. Why don't they just include a neoprene mat or something like that? Might be because of the size of the box. I don't know, but that's not cool. That right now, that's pretty much the only bad thing I'm seeing so far. And that's not something that's really critical. You can easily make your own board or tape off a neoprene mat that you have. I know, but like I said, there's going to be criticism. All right, moving on. Now, normally, I'm not a fan of models that don't have usually some nice clean lines or some sort of coherency about them. But I'm going to be upfront. My interest is piqued. Normally, this kind of hodgepodge patchwork appearance is a turnoff for me. However, these guys are kind of impressive. I'm not going to lie. I'm liking the aesthetic. Obviously they're doing a whole lot of scrapping of spare parts. You can see it in their guns, and we're going to, as we scroll through, we're going to see more. They got their breathing units, which these copper or brass containers remind me of, I want to say, is back in the 1960s. It might be 1970s. There was a Journey to the Center of the Earth, and they had breathing apparatuses mainly used for coal miners, and that's what those look like to me, that they got hanging around their waists and stuff. And of course, they got their breathing devices. You can't really be out in the ash waste on Necromunda without dying of the toxic air. So, and we are still seeing it repeated, so it's giving me that kind of Jules Verne, whatever that movie was made, Now you look at the rest of the weapons. I like how they do some like kind of rusted steel, some new polished steel. This whole hodgepodge thing is really cool, or makeshift. We got a guy right here with some missiles on his back. He's probably helping out. There's probably a missile launcher guy here. Right now, man, I'm telling you, these guys look cool. I'm not going to rush out and buy them, but Games Workshop kind of knocked it out of the park here. This is probably one of their better sculpts, I guess you'd call it. Their better forces that I've seen them do in a long time, and where I'm genuinely impressed. So yeah, we're still, there's probably like the guy here at the staff is probably like a lieutenant type. I forget what they call them, but the right hand man of the captain or the leader of the gang. Still looking all cool here. I'm impressed, guys. This is badass. It really is. They did a good job. Another, oh, that might just be scrap in their backpacks. Oh, there's a missile launcher guy right there. Yeah, I'm impressed. They did it right. So they're going to be facing off against the House of Iron, and with their not dune buggies, they're quad runners. All right, these are impressive, and I my guess is that the quad runners over at Genestealer Cult's army for Warhammer 40,000 kind of helped sell them on this, and it does kind of make sense in a way. I mean, if you're out, especially if you're outside the walls of Necromunda, the hive city or the major hive cities, you're gonna need transportation, and this transportation, it actually kind of looks cool. My only concern is the lack of weight on the front. Now, this is just from an engineering point of view. And you engineers out there, especially you car guys, might be able to know. Or I've ridden around on quads before, and my personal opinion and not so expert opinion, this is unbalanced, and you're just cruising, probably literally, to have for an accident. Any sharp turns and that extra weight on the back end is going to flip you. But it looks cool as hell. Not gonna lie. We got a heavy bolter and a harpoon version. I like that they've got their pistols and stuff, almost like a saddlebag on there. Okay, they're cool. I can go with that. Not gonna rush out and buy them, but they're impressive. Now here's something straight out of a nightmare, or something from John Blanche, or you know what, kind of a Star Wars feel. I get a kind of a Star Wars vibe. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is a bit of a Star Wars vibe. Maybe Sand People. These guys kind of remind me of Sand People and some of their aesthetic. So what are I don't know what these things are called. Bug riders, dustback Helamites. I swear the names that they come up with. Dustback Helamites. Okay. These, I think there's 4 of them in the box. They're kind of cool, kind of creepy. Definitely outside the normal aesthetic. I feel like in this particular case, this was pulled from somebody. They found some art on like Instagram, or this feels like not Games Workshop. Like they reached outside of their normal aesthetic and to do this. And now I'm not saying that they stole it. I'm sure, you know, I'm sure that they would never do anything like that. I mean, we never seen people like big companies like Disney or anything ever do anything like that. But it definitely is outside their normal wheelhouse. Now, does that make it bad? No, as long as they didn't steal and they give credit where credit's due. Now, this is still impressive. It's impressive in the sense that it's not their norm. And I like it. And of course, the paint scheme, all the natural earth tones and everything just really, really helps sell that model. I'm impressed. I like it. Not that they're trying to impress me. Well, actually, they are trying to impress us all because they want us to buy their product. Now, this box does come with some impressive terrain. Maybe not for Warhammer 40,000, as we're going to take a look here. Looking at this terrain right here. Not ideal for well, maybe for narrative or just for an aesthetic choice, but not for gaming. You want lots of terrain for Warhammer 40,000. This is looking like it's going to be mainly for Necromunda or for some aesthetic purposes. This is probably going to make ideal terrain for somebody's Armies on Parade display board, or their army display board for whenever they travel around to tournaments and such. Okay, not too bad. We got the hardback rules coming, all the templates, dice, everything like that. Cool. All right, they're doing good so far. Let's get into one of the first big awesome things that they did. This is going to be a slightly lengthy show, so buckle up. Horus Heresy. This is the new branding, the Warhammer, the Horus Heresy. And let's take a look at their first cinematic trailer. I'm going to occasionally stop it while we're doing this.
I never wanted this.
Okay, impressive so far.
To unleash my legions.
Big bad Horus.
Together we banished the ignorance of old night. You betrayed me.
Ow. That's gotta hurt. Holy crap balls. Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war!
Not too bad, guys. All right, that right there is the inside of one of their ship, probably a battle barge, and we're seeing how the drop pods. You can see the one in the back on the left. You can see where it kind of circling right there, where they have the platform, and the Marines will walk up into there. That hatch will close and drop just like that. This is cool that we get to see this visual of an actual. How the drop bays work.
From the skies of terror to the galactic rim.
Cool.
Let the seas boil. Let the stars fall. Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more. And if I cannot save it from your failure, Father, then let the galaxy burn.
Okay. Horus Heresy is not dead. We've been talking about it on and off. I'm going to be honest with you all. I think the game is dead, or it's in its final death throes. Games Workshop is trying to hold on, but it's gonna be a while before it's gone. I mean, and the reason why I say that is because the novels are almost at their conclusion. The Forge World product line has not been selling as well. Games Workshop has been experiencing a lot of financials problems this past year. And I feel like they knew this was going to be happening. So what's the best way to make money? Because I'll tell you, their past two plastic sets that they had done, I think it was Battle for Calth and the Burning of Prospero. I think those are the two boxes. They sold really, really well when they came out. Those plastic boxes sell like hot fire. Now, mind you, those boxes also sold really well because people that were... that was when you could use those regular Marines in the game. Yes, you can use the regular Firstborn Marines, even right now in the 9th edition, but that's before the Primaris came out. So people are like, this is the cheapest way to get a crap ton of Space Marines, some awesome characters for either Warhammer 40,000 and or when Horus Heresy was at its height. This is going to breathe some new life into the game for sure. However, it's going to be kind of on the back end. You're not going to see still a major shift where a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, they're gonna, you know what they're gonna do? They're going to do the entire Horus Heresy line in plastic. No, they're not, guys. Still be excited, still have that same awesome energy, but don't expect them to plasticize everything Horus Heresy. That's cool. I enjoy the energy and I enjoy the excitement, but I'm going to bring you back down a little bit. Now, saying that, we knew that there was a box coming. We've talked about it. Everybody's talked about it since last year. And, you know, I had been saying if it's a fake, it's a very clever fake. And it's coming. We're going to see some new beakies. We've already seen most of those beakies for the Sons of Horus and for the Imperial Fist. We know it's coming. We've seen the pictures. There's just probably a few things that we have not seen yet, or the full quantity, or the what's in the box. That's going to probably be coming, my guess, sometime after the end of their fiscal year, which ends in May and starts in June. So sometime between now and, I would say, the first quarter of the 2023 fiscal year is we're gonna see a little bit more updated. Now, what's really cool is we're getting our first, I think this is our first plastic Praetor. I could be wrong, but it is a very impressive Praetor. It's a very impressive miniature all around. Like, I kind of want it. I know I said I'm done with Warhammer for a while, but that is an impressive miniature. I don't even care that it's a bad guy. This is a very, very impressive model, from top to bottom. All the detail that's gone into the armor, it's beyond just standard Space Marine armor. It is very, very impressive, very highly detailed, and very beautiful. And yeah, it's a bad guy. It's a son of Horus. Look, you guys are the bad guys. If you're a traitor, you're a bad guy. Congrats. That doesn't mean that you were necessarily wrong. Well, you were wrong, but you know what I mean. Horus was wrong, guys, just like Magnus was wrong. This is still a super impressive model. And we haven't even seen the full details. I still hate the fact that it's got a cape. But, you know, it's like, come on, get rid of the capes, guys. There's a reason why we don't do capes. And then who knows what else is going to be coming out. I feel like this image right here with all the Primarchs is going to have people going, oh, they're showing the Forge World Primarchs. That means we're going to get plastic Primarchs. No. So here, let's read this off. It is now, in fact, now is the perfect time to get started with the Horus Heresy. While many general kits in the range will be moving to plastic, there aren't current any such plans for the Legion specific units or Primarchs. So there you have it, guys. Now, general kits, sure, we already know that. Like the Rhino, the Predator, Land Raider, all those kits, yeah, sure. But all those Legion-specific units, don't even think about them or the Primarchs. They are not going to be going over, at least for the foreseeable future. Now, if all of a sudden, and I can totally support this, if all of a sudden the sales for Warhammer 40,000 or for Warhammer Horus Heresy eclipse Warhammer 40,000, not just in the short run, but in the long-term run, I could see them going, you know what, we're making some money hand over fist here, even though everybody just bought everything from China. That's a Forge World model. I think we can move some more stuff over to Forge World, or from resin to plastic, and still make a killing. They might do that. I don't know. We'll see in the future. All right, so let's take a look at some more Chaos Traitorous video stuff coming out. This is just a very short teaser video, but we're going to take a peek at it. It's very quick and it's very fun. So Legionnaires, and I'm going to stop it as we go. This is the current Legionnaire rules. Notice anything? Yes. We got all sorts of new creatures coming, new everything. I like that. We are returned, and this time we'll have 2 wounds. Why they did not, like, why they did not do that earlier? They did that for Space Marines even before the Space Marine Codex came out. They're like, hey guys, here's a quick cheat sheet. All the models are getting 2 wounds. Why they didn't do that in like an FAQ or in a chapter approved for Chaos Space Marines, I don't know. But they ignored it. And I think they paid the price for it, because we saw Chaos Space Marines really on the back end is one of the lower performing armies, especially in the tournament scene. One of the probably the lowest sales wise, going by local stores. So we saw some interesting models there. I think we're going to get some new Chaos Spawn finally after, I don't know, 20 years maybe. I'm kind of impressed. I'm not a big fan of Chaos. I don't like bad guys, but you know what? They deserve a major upgrade. Not just a major upgrade, but a major competitive upgrade, not just for tournaments, but for casual play. They deserve that opportunity to be able to compete against the big boys right now, like Eldar, Space Marines, Eldar, and Tau right now. So we'll see how that goes. All right, moving on to a couple of last previews here so we can kind of speed this up. We knew that there's always going to be new stuff for Warhammer Underworlds. We have the new Harrowdeep warband. Harrowdeep is the current season of Underworlds. This project, or this new warband, feels more like somebody at the studio was like, did a lot of conversion work, and they came up with some great story stuff around it, and then the studio designers were like, dude, I think we could sell this. And that's what was born. Like this character right here we're seeing, this is the main character. His name is, he's a vampire named Daintilus, Daintilus the Exiled. He's a vampire, he's a necromancer, and it is almost the exact same body as one of the Necromunda warbands. I can't think off the top of my head what the name of the warband is, but if you look at the warbands, you'll see you got an entire 10-man box that looks just like this guy. Now he's got his little necromancer staff and all that stuff. And as you look at these zombies, they all have, it just looks like they took a zombie kit and then slapped on extra bits. It really does. Now, I mean, mind you, it's much better sculpted, and I'm not criticizing it in a negative way. I'm just kind of pointing out from a converter, from a hobbyist, this looks more like somebody's list that GW greenlit, or their warband that they greenlit to become an actual warband, because it just looks like a hodgepodge of pieces pinned and glued onto various zombie models. Now, you can say I'm wrong. I'm not. It does look like, I mean, yeah, they're all different poses, but it definitely looks like it came from somebody's imagination. Well, I guess they all do in a way, but you know what I mean. I hope you smell what I'm stepping in. Anyways, so this warband's going to be coming out sometime this year. I would expect between now, I'm going to say between now and the end of May. So we're going to keep moving on because we still got a lot to cover. I said it, they were coming, and they would probably only get like 1 or 2 kits, and then the books would be released side by side. And we have the Imperial Knights and the Chaos Knights got their upgrades coming. Really, the Chaos Knights are the ones that needed it more than anybody else, because all they had was the 2 kits versus the, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6 kits, box sets that technically, because there's all the different variants that the regular knight households have, and Chaos, as usual, the redheaded stepchild got little to nothing. So we got a new box coming out, the War Dog Carnivores. Looks like they're going to have a lot of close combat upgrades, but they also have a missile launcher on top right there. Not too bad. It's going to give them a little bit of a punch, but I imagine these are going to be some fast boys that want to get close with those power claws and giant chain axes. I forget what they're called, but they're a close combat squad or close combat armigers. So, and then they have a new big boy coming, the Abominant. And now this is, in my opinion, a Chaos Knight. The other ones are more like, we're kind of chaosy. We went down to our local garage and we got a paint job and scratched some stuff on it. And we're like, Arr. Yeah. But this one looks and feels really sinister and gets that real chaos. Like the other ones are like the other gang members, and this is the boss that the gang members try to emulate. I like the birds flying, flapping around the top. The redone main carapace is really cool. Even the shoulder pads they did a great job. And once again, I am not a bad guy player or fan, but I can at least appreciate the aesthetic, and I like everything about it. They did a good job, especially it's got a tail. It's got some different, it's the same still, it looks like it's the same still general body, just with upgrade. Basically it's an upgrade box, really. And I think it looks absolutely great. So good job. So there we go. Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights. We got those codexes going to be coming. So expect dice, expect data cards, expect overpriced special editions. But I'll tell you what, I know I'm critical about the special edition books or limited edition books, but if this is your jam, if this is your army, then you know what, and you really want that book, then get it. Average guys and gals probably not going to get it because it doesn't. It's like, why am I going to spend $80 to $100 on a limited edition book that's just a fancy cover? But those of you that are not fans of the Knights, whether good guys or bad guys, pick it up, man. If that's your thing, then pick it up and enjoy it. Go and show it off. People are like, oh my God, that's amazing. You're like, I know. All right. But if you want to save some money and maybe invest in that other half, that other 100% that you would have paid for that book, that extra $40 to $50, go put that towards that new box of War Dogs, or maybe a new box for whatever side you play on. So Chaos Knights army set. This is interesting. The new army set is a great way to kick off a Chaos Knight army and perfect for adding reinforcements to an existing host of Desecrators and Rampagers. That's the other one. The box will be the first place you would get your hands on the new codex before it comes out. Now, what's going to be in that box? I don't know. Obviously, the Abominant, and it looks like the codex. Does that mean we're also probably going to get an Armiger in there? Now, this is the first time they've done a Chaos Knights army set or army box. Kind of like how we have those army boxes that come out every holiday season, and also kind of like the smaller 500 point boxes for the start collecting. This is kind of a first here that we're going to be, that depends if is it just the codex and the knight, the Abominant, or is it the Abominant, 2 War Dogs that would normally come in their own box, and the codex? You know, what's in this box? No idea, but it's cool that they're doing that for the first time. I think they've had a box before where it was basically it was just 2 knights. One was a traitor knight, the other one was a good guy knight, and that still, it's cool. I'm liking this. So will we be seeing anything new come for the regular knights? Games Workshop tends to like to go, hey, we got a new book coming out, let's go and put out a new model. Are we going to see it? I don't know. What else could they do that doesn't tip the advantage from the Imperial Knights, be tipped more away from the Chaos Knights, which it already is? I hope they don't do it, guys. I really don't. All right, still going on. We're almost done. Thank you for bearing with me. This has been a longer video, and you probably have already watched the other preview, but I do appreciate you guys listening to me rant and criticize and praise and be super excited about this stuff at around 6 o'clock in the morning. Good God, it's early. Well, it's almost 7. So we've got Age of Sigmar. I've got something new coming. Let's get his guy's name right. Alrock the Drowner. was a wicked ferryman who killed those he was supposed to be transporting. Nagash liked his style, so in death he is tasked with ferrying the spirits of the deceased to wherever the Lord of Death needs them. What that means in Age of Sigmar for the spooky ghost army, which is the Night Haunts, I don't know. You don't know. Only the playtesters and the GW staff know. However, this Greek Charon inspired model is pretty gosh darn impressive. Out of all the models we've seen so far, this one, if I had to buy one model, this probably would be the model. I really like this model. It's impressive. It's got a uniqueness to it that's kind of titillating. He has a special role to help your army get wherever it needs to be on the tabletop. There we go. Offering his allies passage to the underworld. So he's going to be some kind of transport character. That's cool. I can dig that. It sounds like it's going to be maybe a new rule mechanic for the Night Haunts and maybe Age of Sigmar itself. Now, this model definitely gives that Charon feel, especially from the standpoint of if you watch the Clash of the Titans movie with Sam, what's his name? I can't think of it. Came out, I don't know, maybe 2010. Not the original Harry Hamill one, but the one that was most recent in the 2000s. Charon was more of a part of the ship, and he was at the back of the ship, but he was a part of it. And that's what we're looking at. Like what we have here is that Allrock is a part of that ship. So there's definitely some similarities there that which totally makes sense. I like how the spirits are coming up. They got the coins for the ferrymen there. Definitely some very cool aesthetics, and I like how it has a lot of similarities to I'm going to say pop culture with and actual real world mythology with like the Clash of the Titans and Charon, the boatman or the ferryman. I'm impressed. I would like to probably have this model. I could see myself getting this model just because it has such a unique feel to it. But it'll be a while. And the last thing we got is the Sandian Strongpoint. It's a Realmscape. They're doing these Seasons of War books, and that it looks like it's going to be kind of like the war zones that they have for Warhammer 40,000. A lot of people kind of look down on those books. They'll still buy them, but they look down on those books because it's really just a money grab. Because it'll have some okay rules in it. Probably half of the book will be filled with images, and a small portion will be lore, and then the rest will be some rules for playing in in this case, a Season of War. They do a bad job of balancing the contents of the box, but it definitely means there's going to be new terrain coming, and I'm not impressed with the terrain, but some of you will be. Now, well, I should say I'm not impressed with the terrain because it doesn't appeal to me, and it seems like this is probably going to be an overpriced box for what you're getting. However, that doesn't stop some of this stuff being really cool. Like whatever this, I imagine this is an endless spell. I think they actually said it's an endless spell. Cool. It actually, this is impressive. I kind of like this. Not for me, but I can still be impressed by it, and I like the aesthetic of it. And some of this terrain, especially like this, I like when they do these pieces of terrain, this bottom left one with the water coming down. They did that with the Lumineth Realm Lords, where they have the water. Basically, that's what's holding the model up. Very cool. Integrating that sort of that look and also acting as a support. Really good integration there. That is a cool piece. That piece right there is the one piece I would probably want out of that box. And I would probably cut the dome, that whole dome gazebo thing off of there for my own reasons. But that is a great looking piece. The rest of this is kind of blah. It's I'll be honest, it's not very impressive. But that one piece right there, that's cool. definitely cool. And there we go. There's our first season of War book, or our first Warzone book. It'll be chock full of stuff that most people will ignore. But those people that do enjoy the campaign seasons, especially over that sort of thing, the casual players, it will be a good book for you. Don't let my criticism of it damper your spirits. Now we got one more preview, and then we're going to get into 2 bits of news. All right, so the first one, we got more Blood Bowl coming. Of course we do. There's always got to be more Blood Bowl coming. The Norse team, which is one of the older teams, is coming, and they kind of look cool. They got male and female models. I think there is a possible reason to get these, especially if you're playing like Slaves of Darkness. There's a lot of conversion possibilities here to make a unique group of models. Or if you're a Blood Bowl player, then just enjoy them for Blood Bowl. I like these guys that are kind of transforming into werewolves. I think that's really, really cool. That it overall, except for the stupid beer mugs, it's kind of a cool football team, or sorry, Blood Bowl team. We got a thrower right there. Okay, there's our second female model, another werewolf type guy. Imagine there's some sort of linemen or blockers. That's probably another female model. Looking at the armor, and yeah, it's cool, guys. But it's Blood Bowl, very niche of a niche, and we get some cute little animals that people seem to go crazy over. So awesome. I like this. Okay, I can approve. Now that is it for this very lengthy preview. And if you watched the preview last night, kudos to you. If you waited till today for me to post it, man, I super appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button. So first order of business, slight news update. I'm trying to get more information on it. Those of you that like the Army Painter product line, be prepared. You might have gotten some information about this, but be prepared. There's going to be possibly a delay. I'm still trying to find the article about it, or get my hands on an email. But it appears that there was an accident, and a large portion of the shipped stock that got here to the U.S. Was involved in an accident, and you won't be getting probably a resupply. I'm trying to confirm all that, and once I do, we'll do another show, hopefully next week. So the second thing I want to bring up, this last bit of news, is due to some circumstances, I won't be doing the video tomorrow like I said I would. I've got a bunch of people that are coming down, and we are packing today. So the studio will be packed up today instead of sometime late tomorrow. And I won't be doing a video that's also going to be mentioning or talking about the giveaway. So because of that, we're going to make this giveaway very, very easy. And I'm going to pull this information up right here. So if you want to be entered into the next Marvel Crisis giveaway from this channel, we're going to do 2 giveaways. So that means 2 products are going to be going out the door to somebody out there in internet land. Now, the best way to do that is to be a subscriber. You need to be a subscriber. The second thing is this contest is going to go from today. It is now, it's almost 8 o'clock. I have to adjust my clocks here. It's almost 8 a.m. Central Time, March 24th. So from 8 a.m. today to April 30th, 2022 at 8 a.m. The only way, there's 2 things that need to happen. First, be a subscriber and make sure that I can see your information. So please don't hide your email in your settings, because if I can't see it, I can't include you. Does that make sense? All right. The second thing is we are very close, and actually I can pull it up just so we can all see here. We are very close, guys and gals, to 200 subscribers. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it's a goal, and that is our goal. 200 subscribers. We are 15 away. If you can get us 15 subscribers, share it out to your friends, your local play groups, your local community, especially if you're in different cities. I know we got people over the US, Canada, and Europe and Japan. Get people to subscribe. Have them create an account, have them subscribe, whether they play or not, have them watch the videos, like it, subscribe, and get us to 200 subscribers by the end of the month. Now, if we jump over that in leaps and bounds, I'm going to say for every 100 subscribers over 200, I'll do another item as a giveaway. We'll have a big giveaway extravaganza. So share this out, subscribe. Tell them, and when you share it out on your social media saying, hey, subscribe, upcoming giveaway. And that will help promote it. That'll increase your chances of getting something, because the more people we have, the more I can give away and justify it. All right, guys and gals, I really super appreciate everything you guys have done for me. I appreciate the comments, the interactions with you guys, and of course, helping promote the channel. So once I get set up in the new studio in Dallas, Texas, later next week or probably the week after, we'll resume some of the shows, and I'll be previewing the upcoming content coming probably May, June timeframe, depending on when this new studio equipment arrives and we can go into editing, doing all sorts of new crazy videos. All right, guys, I really super appreciate it, and I will talk to you in about a week and a half. Have a great weekend, guys.